Yeah, the brother Rahim definitely came through with some good questions. I still don't understand why Rahim is still a Muslim. Seemed like he got, he more interested in biblical topics because he always calling in debate talk for you, but that's a whole nother issue.
Peace, assalamu alaikum. It's your brother Rahim, your investigative reporter, coming to you again. And this video is basically for Shah Allah, or anybody who has a thought and thinking about why am I Muslim when I can go into the Bible and so forth and so forth. Thank you for acknowledging that I have knowledge. But when Shah Allah was debating the other brother, and he said this, as you heard, it was kind of a slap in the face because he was debating, and I don't see where me being Muslim and coming on the show, talking about what's in the Bible, whereas I should become whatever he is or whatever he's practicing, and I shouldn't be Muslim. First off, let me say this. I was approached by Sal. Sal asked me to come on to debate, and I've been doing that, so he can verify that. Second of all, if you ever heard me on the Sal show, I just don't talk about biblical things. I can go into different areas. Okay? I can go from talking about the Mayans, the Olmec people. I can go into Israel. I can talk about the Sumerians. I can go into Egypt. One brother told me I'm an Egyptologist / Muslim. So I can talk about many things because in Islam I am known as a sheikh, synonymous to what is called a scholar. So I'm able to go into different things. But being that there's not hardly any Muslims up there, so I'm the only one. So I see some truth in the Bible, and I don't see some truth in the Bible. And I can explain that in detail. But that's why I am there. Okay? But the show is not about Christianity. It's not about Islam. It's not about this or that. It's about whoever comes up there. And the most people that come up there are Christians, Israelites, and I guess I represent the 1% Muslims. You know what I'm saying? I'm there because Sal asked me to be there. So I have been Muslim over 20 years. Islam has done for me what Christianity didn't. I wouldn't try to be an Israelite because Christianity and Israelite is in the same fold. You both read the same books. As a matter of fact, Israelites were first, and those Israelites converted over to Christianity. So the same people. So there's no need for me to go back. It didn't work for me. I'm in more peace. I see it practiced more. I don't see the purification wherever you are, and I didn't see it in the church. There's no purification rites. In Islam there is. There's no jokes about it. You don't walk in the masjid with your shoes on, and there's no chairs there. Moses was told by Allah on the mountain, same thing in the Quran, take your shoes off, this is holy ground. Alright? So therefore, I don't see that. The eating habits, I don't see that either. People saying they practice the Bible. You have some, majority eat pork. You have some that say they don't. In Islam, you don't see that. In Islam, you see everybody saying there's one Allah. All Muslims. I don't care if they Shiite, so-called Shiite, or so-called Sunni, or Ismaili, or Wahhabi, whatever. They all say it's one Allah. The Bible, I done heard debates where one thinking there's 2 or 3 gods and others is thinking there's one. I go with the one because it says the same thing in the Quran, but that's another story. So there's a bunch of things. I got a plethora of things why I would not go back. 5 pillars of Islam is in your Bible. People are not even practicing it. And I can go through the list. There's only 5 that I can show that they're not practicing. It's in the Bible, but they're not practicing it. I know the women are covered, so my wife would be covered. I don't know about how y'all work y'all women or whatever, but I'm straight, in peace, and I'm not trying to go back there. I'm good. I know about the history of Islam, and it seems like you may not know the deep history of Islam because you wouldn't have said that. Islam goes back, even the word Allah, I got documentation, goes back before Jacob was born. I have visual and audio of a Caucasian Ashkenazi Jew telling the truth how old Islam is. He said it goes all the way back to Adam. Not my words, his words. But then I study the Bible because there's some truth in it, and then there's some defects, errors, such and such. I didn't say it. Your own people who make these versions said it. So I'm going to just give you a little gist of what I'm talking about. In your own Bible, Jesus says, John chapter 16, verse 13, howbeit when he, Spirit of truth, is come, he, is saying he again, will guide you into all truth, for he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that he shall speak, and he will show you things to come. Who is this person in John 16, 13? They have y'all thinking is some type of spirit without no hands and feet. When you go back into that, it's talking about a man. Who is that man? Deuteronomy chapter 18 tell you about how to recognize the prophet. I know this prophet, see right here, it's talking about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, I know that for a fact, and I can go into more detail within your Bible, but I'm just letting you know why I'm not going back, because he's talking about a man coming after him. So why would I go back? No. Islam is the predominant religion in the Middle East, North Africa, and large parts of Asia. Sizable communities are also found in China and Russia, and parts of the Balkans and the Caribbean. About 13% of Muslims live in Indonesia, the largest Muslim country, 31% in India, subcontinent, and 20% in Arab countries. Convert immigrants communities are found in almost every part of the world, with approximately 1.5 billion Muslims. Islam is the second largest religion in the world, and arguably the fastest growing religion in the world. This is Wikipedia. Okay. Now, it says in the Quran, chapter 9, verse 33. This is prophecy. It says, it is he who has sent his messenger, talking about Muhammad, with guidance and the religion of truth to prevail it over all religions. Talking about all the other religions. Although they would associate others with Allah, dislike it. So people going to dislike this, but there ain't nothing they can do. Alright, now watch this. That just said we prevail over all of religion. Islam is the fastest growing religion in America, a guide and pillar of stability for many of our people. Hillary Rodham Clinton. Los Angeles Times, May 31st, 1996, page 3. Look it up. Already, more than 1 billion people strong, Islam is the world's fastest growing religion. ABC News. Go there. Look it up. Islam is the fastest growing religion in the country. Newsday, March 7th, 1989, page 4. Islam is the fastest growing religion in the United States. New York Times. February 21st, 1989, page 1. They even said by the year 2020 or 40, 1 out of every 3 people on the planet will be Muslim. Muslims are the fastest growing group, USA. The Population Reference Bureau, February 17, 1989, page 4A. Muhammad is the most successful of all prophets and religious personalities. Encyclopedia Britannica. Okay? So that prophecy is being displayed right in front of my eyes. I see Muslims giving shahada to other people becoming Muslims all the time in the masjid on Friday. Okay? Now, Michael Hart is a Christian. He has a book called Prophet Muhammad, the most influential, well, his book is called Most Influential Persons in History. And he said Muhammad is number 1. Sir Isaac Newton is 2 and Jesus is 3rd. He put Isaac Newton before Jesus. And he's a Christian. If you want to go deep into that, buy his book like I did, and he'll tell you why he did it. Quran, chapter 3, verse 19. The religion before Allah is Islam. Nor did the people of the book, meaning Christians and Jews, oppose therefore except through envy of each other, after knowledge had come to them. But if any deny the signs of Allah, Allah is swift in calling to account. Quran chapter 3, verse 85. If anyone desires a religion other than Islam, submission to the will of Allah, never will it be accepted of him, and in the hereafter he will be in the ranks of those who have lost all spiritual good. That's why I'm Muslim, and I'm gonna stay Muslim. And I got a plethora of other reasons. There's no reason for me to become an Israelite. It's just not. I wouldn't even be comfortable in that. Seeing all the craziness that's going on, I wouldn't listen. When I go to the masjid, it's straight up peace. When we have our Eid al-Fitr, our 2 holidays, straight up peace, and it's the way it's supposed to be, and I can prove it. So that's why I'm Muslim, inshallah. It would be just like me asking you, okay, you got Allah in your name. Do you know that? Shah Allah. Matter of fact, the back of your name is the biliteral term of the old Arabic of Allah that was first. What we have now is the quadriliteral Allah. Because the first Allah, which is the back of your name, was 2 letters. Allah. Glottal style. Okay? So I could ask you, well, why you're not Muslim? You got the name Allah on it. But I wouldn't do that. Because I understand that all the Semitic languages and the belief is one system. But some of y'all don't get that. Coming from the same spiritual system up out of Africa. And that's a whole different story. So, now you know. And I will continue on, the Sal Show. And that's it. So I say peace. Assalamu alaikum.